3 workers remain trapped deep inside the Red Chris mine in northern BC. Outside, efforts are underway to remove about 30 meters of debris that's blocking access to them. Newmont Corporation, which operates the mine, says the workers are sheltering in a safe refuge bay stocked with food and water. Teams are currently trying to reestablish communication with the workers. They were reportedly about 600 meters deep in the tunnel when a pair of rock falls trapped them on Tuesday. The 3 are from BC, Manitoba, and Ontario. Lindsay Duncombe is on the ground at the site of the mine that is near Dease Lake, British Columbia, about 420 kilometers west of Fort Nelson. So we're talking about a fairly remote area in northern British Columbia. And Lindsay, we are hearing from mine officials this evening.
Yeah, we got our very first debrief from the head of global safety at Newmont, and there were a few things that stood out from what they said. Number one, when they look at that area, and they have had a chance to go through with drones, the area near that refuge station, what they say is that there is natural air going through, which is certainly a positive development. The goal now is to do everything to try to get those 3 workers out. And we've learned a little bit about the high-tech nature of how that's going to happen. In addition to those drones that surveyed the area, there are remote-controlled scoopers that are going through and moving the debris out of the way. And we are talking about a huge debris path that is blocking access to that refuge center that you mentioned where these workers are. In fact, it's about 2 stories of material, about 20 to 30 meters long and 8 meters high. So here's more about what the safety officials said about those operations.
We've commenced efforts to safely remove the debris, utilizing line of sight loading. And that means that there is no operator on the loader, so no further persons exposed from that perspective. I want to make sure that we understand our first priority is really to establish communication with these individuals. And to do so, we need to deploy specialized communication systems, and the team has been working on that. We are also actively assessing all methods and technologies available to conduct this response effort successfully. Our emergency response teams from our Brucejack mine, but also from our neighbors here, New Afton mine, have arrived at site. And it's good to see how we are supported throughout the industry.
Now, how long will this work take? They couldn't say. In fact, they said their priority is the workers' safety, would not give a timeline. In terms of what we know about these workers, not a lot of detail there, Ian. We know that they are so-called diamond drillers. They were doing highly specific drilling work at a site that's not part of the main open pit, but is rather a proposed mining site that would be an underground mine expected to be operational within the next 3 years. In fact, that was something that has been identified by the province as a project they would like to see fast-tracked.
So a lot of people working up there. How are the miners reacting to all of this?
Well, you know, one of our colleagues had a chance to speak to a miner who is on the other side of where we're standing, and he just described how shocked he was. I think, like everyone who's thinking about this, but especially for people who work here, it's just the imagining of what it would be like for people to be in that situation, in that refuge center, unable to communicate. He described that for the folks who are on site in camp, there is just this really eerie feeling right now. And of course, for many here and across the country, the thoughts are with the family members of the people who remain trapped so far underground.
Lindsay Duncombe live near Dease Lake in northern British Columbia. Thank you.